Hey guys, what's up? I'm gonna do a video about my heart surgery and my speech impediment. Um, when I was born, I had open heart surgery, and I had two holes in my heart, and it was emergency heart surgery. And I was the first baby. I actually was in the newspaper and everything, and I was the first baby that died. I was the first baby in history that died 9 times and was able to be revived. And there's three of the babies in the hospital had the same surgery that I had, and it's sad because they didn't make it. I was the only one that made it. And I was in the hospital for about 3-4 months, and I went through an incubator. They froze my body, and they said I had like 50-50 chance of living, and I had a chance of brain damage and like all this stuff. And the only thing that came out of it was my speech impediment, the only thing that came out of it, and then the only thing that came out of it too, I don't have really brain damage. I'm this slower than some other people, like normal people. Like I'm slower than other people, and I just don't comprehend things as fast as other people, and like with like schoolwork and stuff, I had to have a lot of one-on-one at school, and I was in special ed classes from kindergarten to the day I graduated high school, and that was like really the only thing that really happened with my heart surgery. And I have pictures. If you guys want to see them, comment down below that if you guys want to see them, and I'll show them and do another video. And it's awesome because my heart doctor, the one that actually saved my life and found the mama, he's my heart doctor until I was about 29, and then he had a promotion to go out of state, and so he did, of course. And I like bawled my eyes out. I knew it was gonna happen someday, but it was really hard to see him leave. And when I was at the hospital, he came to the hospital almost every day to check on me. I guess he called my mom 2-3 times a day to make sure I was okay and all that stuff. And it was amazing that he did that because he didn't have to do it. And basically, he's my hero. And so also the speech impediment came out of it. And Dylan, it was really hard to understand me until I was about 13. No one could understand one word I said. Basically came out of mumbling, and I really couldn't pronounce anything until I was about 13. And until about, I would say 5-7 years ago, I started talking more clearer like this, but until about 5-7 years ago, it was really hard to understand me, and I still couldn't pronounce a lot of words. And I had a lot of experiences due to my speech impediment. And I did in high school and middle school. I did get bullied a lot because of my speech impediment, and people called me fat and ugly and everything else. But I really didn't care about that, and it really did hurt my feelings. Especially when they called me fat, I was actually laughing about it because I was actually anorexic and bulimic, and I went to the doctors a couple times because I got too sick from being too skinny. And but people always made fun of my speech impediment. Numerous times I had people come up to me and said that they didn't like the way I talked. I talked stupid. I sound weird. They thought I was deaf. They thought I was an R word. I don't like saying it, but R-E-T-A-R-D-E-D, so people knew what I'm trying to say. I don't like that word, and I got made fun of a lot over that word. People always call me that because of the way I talked. And it's hard. I mean, there's a lot of people that commit suicide over this. And a lot of people commit suicide over bullying. And it's sad. I mean, it's sad that people take their own lives over other people, and it's not right. And I hope someday, that people will stop committing suicide over bullying. And You know, don't get me wrong, I was at that point one time in my life, but when you're at that point, you don't think about it. And, also years down the line, I regret what I did, and I regret trying to commit suicide a couple of times. I was about 15 when I tried to commit suicide a couple of times, and it's, it's hard, and I just hope that I just hope people will not really let the bullies get to them, and, just overcome your emotions, and overcome, all that, because it's not worth it. And you are beautiful no matter what other people say. It doesn't matter what size you are. You could be a twig, you could be a bigger person, you could be a plus size woman or a guy, and no matter what, you are beautiful. And it doesn't matter about the outside, it matters only in the inside. And I didn't realize that. I didn't think about that when I was, trying to commit suicide, now I do, it doesn't matter what other people say or think of you. And I had numerous times people come up to me and say, I don't want to be your friend because I can't stand the way you talk. And I had numerous people ignore me, because of the way I talk. They didn't want to listen to me. And now, back then of course I didn't think about it, but now I don't care. When people can't get to pass the way I talk, and people can't get over it, that is them. I did not lose a friend. They are the one that lost a good friend. And because I don't want a friend like that. I don't need those people in my life. And it's, those times, numerous times, like I was about 12 or 13, and we went to a restaurant, and back then I couldn't say fork. When I said fork, it would come out as fuck. And it would come out, could I have a fuck? Well, I was about like 12, 13, and we were at a fast food joint, and my mom and dad asked me to go ask for a fork. So me listening to my parents, I said okay, and I went up, and the first person that came up to me was a guy that asked what I needed. So of course I'm like, great. So I said, could I have a fuck? Because it came out as fuck back then. So I was like, could I have, and I was trying to say fork, but it came out, could I have a fuck? So they're laughing at me, of course, and everything else. And I'm like I'm like pointing to the forks, like over and over, trying to say fork. And it coming out, could I have a fuck? No, a fuck. So finally they realized and then the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm bawling my eyes out, embarrassed, everything you can think of. My mom and dad's back there laughing their asses off because they thought it was funny. And I'll never forget it. They finally gave me the fork. And I'm walking back, and all I could hear is, oh my god, you guys, I can't believe that little girl asked me to fuck. They're laughing at me, making all these mean comments. And it was hard. I got that all the time. And one time I got a new caseworker. And this is our first time meeting. Me and the caseworker was talking. She's on the computer. About 10 minutes into a conversation, she looks at me and she's like, are you deaf? And I'm like, no. I was like, how would I be deaf? I'm answering and talking to you this whole time. And she's like, well, I thought you were reading my lips. And I was like, how can I read your lips when you're not even looking at me and looking at the computer the whole time? And I was like, no, I'm not deaf. This is the way I talk. And she was mean about it. I just got a different caseworker. But I just got a different caseworker. And I know, like, it was a constant like that. I mean, even to this day, people still ask me, if I'm deaf, or if I'm the R word, or there's literally a couple people that asked if I was Down syndrome. And don't get me wrong, I love Down syndrome people. One of my best friend's brothers was Down syndrome, and he was amazing. He was funny. He was awesome. But even to this, and even like a long time ago, I still really can't say it, but bandana, the things that go over your head. My daughter loved those back then, and she couldn't come with me because, of course, it was her birthday, so I was getting it for a birthday present. And I went to the store, and I went up to one of the workers. I couldn't find him. I went up to one of the workers, and back then it came out as banana. So I went up to one of the one of the workers, and I was like, I was trying to say banana, and I was like, but it came out was a banana. So she's looking at me like I'm dumb and stupid, of course. And she's like, in the fruits and vegetable and the produce, and I'm like, no. I was like doing this. I was like, no, the bananas, the things that go over your head. Well, she didn't know what I was trying to say, and after like 5 minutes, I left because she was just laughing at me and making fun of me. And I found them, but and that's how it is almost every time I go to the store. Anywhere really I go, and it's a constant thing. And like I said, I could talk for hours about this, but I just basically put this video up to let you guys know my speech impediment and a little bit about it. And I have a lot more stories, but I really don't want this to be a long video. If you guys want to know more questions about what I went through and some other stuff in my life, just let me know. And I'm not putting this out there to have you guys feel sorry for me or whatever. I'm basically putting this out there to let you guys know why I talk the way I talk. And because a lot of people wonder why. And basically to let people know, do not, stop committing suicide. Do not let people get to you. If people make fun of you, just walk away and don't let it get to you. It's not worth it. It's not worth the pain. It's not worth the crying. It's not worth any of that. No matter what size you are, no matter what, color you are, no matter what kind of disabilities you guys have, we are all beautiful no matter what. So I love you guys, and I'll see you later.